Good evening, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Updated Precious. And as usual, it always fits my belly to join in to bring on a matadem with a shell for inside the country. Welcome to another day for us to talk about Nigeria and matter we get to do with our beloved country, Nigeria. As always, it's always a delight to be with you. Oh, yeah, sharply, but begin enter the matter them way they grab because some matter they shell. He did the video where for don't post on the things, but I've been terribly busy and I go make out time to post up. I thought somebody said that Northerners can never vote for Peter Obi. Did you guys see that video? And then I thought somebody also said that Peter Obi was deporting Northerners when he the governor, saying deporting Northerners a lot. You don't see that video evidence where don't come out things before now. Say make a good dig and give on of a particular northern driver. They give testimony of how Peter Obi secured them during a crisis for Anambra State. Not just securing them, housing them inside the government house while he was governor, housing them inside the government house while he was governor. Well, if you've not seen that video, I'm going to show you all of that. I will do a special package on that later in the day or tomorrow, and I will bring and come out of the water. But for now, welcome to the show. As usual, it is sweet my belly to bring on an update of Matadem where they shell for inside the country. Quickly, we could just start. You know, so they like to continue from where we stopped from the previous day if there is need for continuation, because there is need for continuation today. So let's do that. I told you yesterday that Dave Umahi said, make people like Peter, make them relax, make them wait first. By saying, say, Igbo never arrived for presidency yet. Say, make them wait. It will be after 2027. Usman don't fire them. Say, you say what in? In fact, this thing where you talk, Mr. Dave Umahi, you know just serious for this thing where you talk. Just make we let you know. Say, Peter Obi not be just a southeast politician, but na national treasure and na national in get a politics of national appeal. That now waiting the answer. But he give a more buzzwords, but make a start up. 2027, Umahi must come to terms with reality that Peter Obi is no longer just a southeast phenomenon. He has become a national brand. Senator Usman, and I they talk that one. And then Dave Umahi ought to be ashamed of himself, insisting Southeast not ripe. Not ripe for 2027 presidency. She finished work for inside that talk. We should talk. If you hear what she talk, go down. I'll let you in. Now, ADC debunks rumors of INEC rejecting new leadership, reaffirms commitment to saving Nigeria from APC. APC don't say, nah lie, yo, nah lie, rumor mongers, fake news, nah lie. INEC no reject our new leadership. No, 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 no. They no reject David Mark and the rest of them. According to ADC, now be me write, I'm not be my handwriting. They say INEC no reject our new leadership of David Mark and the rest of them. Say no, 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 no. They say they committed to make sure that they save Nigeria for 2027. But make we enter inside of that matter them. Either one particular prophet when don't see vision, that prophet see all the vision. First of all, he see vision say, President Goodluck Jonathan will be president. When he never even be president. He see vision say something will happen again. He see vision again say na Buhari na him go overtake Goodluck Jonathan. Guess what? He don't see vision about Peter Obi for 2027. This vision is something you should see. I want you guys to calm down and wait till that vision, because that vision is visioning, perhaps not visioning, I don't know, but wait till I go watch them. Bola Tinubu clueless, prioritizing Lagos airport renovation over hungry Nigerians. Peter, the son of Obi, you started again. Now, Peter Obi, now you don't start this one. Then they chase you here, say you say one time. They never chase you. See the wrong kitty kitty kata kata for the one time where then they chase you for. Then begin chase you now, say they no go vote for you because of say you established brewery. They no go vote for you for not. You never run that run finish. You don't they give another buzz boost. Then go begin chase you for this one again. Oga Peter, help us now. That's what people they talk. Oh, no, be made they talk up. But Michael enter inside another conversation. APC Integrity Movement leader Sadiq Fakai resigns. Why? Why people they come up for APC like that? What a one, man. Nigeria's debt surges past 99 trillion naira as Tinubu secures fresh 25.3 million loan, $25.3 million loan from Kuwait. Now make am clear to you. That is our basic what we owe now go down past 99 trillion naira. Over 100 trillion about. That's now it go down pass. As Oga Tinubu don't collect about $25.3 million dollars loan from Kuwait. And guess what? People come to say, wait, but now we just dash over $4 million to people who play football and D Tigress the other day. Well, that's the one we will get finished in that huge amount. They will come, they borrow another one, put on top. Why didn't you reduce the amount you were dashing? Understanding that you don't have enough or you have other priority areas then. But we'll talk into that conversation later on. Only 30% of 2024 budget implemented. Yes. Yet they discussed 2026, Bala Muhammad and the Islam APC government. So I know they do well at all at all. Now, kidnapped law students, they talk, say, police not save us anything. Police not save us anything. They not rescue us, she. Say, we almost died. See us, see death like this. Very close. Now, what happened that time? How they can use rescue them? We'll talk about it. Community leader begs Tinubu to declare state of emergency in Plateau State over repeated attacks. I beg, God, we need state of emergency for Plateau State because this attack done too much. Now, human being, not be chicken, they die. Police officer, 8 others killed in another attack, renewed attack for inside Bedouin communities by headers, by armed Fulani headers. Again for Benue community. Okay. 2027, Jonathan may get automatic ticket if he do waiting. Now PDP they talk this on. We go here waiting they get to talk. They are political impersonators. Labour Party disowns planned INEC protest. They are political impersonators. Labour Party disowns planned INEC protest or the INEC protest. And sadly for inside Ghana, and I will get to hear the sad news as Ghana Defense Minister, Environmental Minister, then died for inside helicopter crash together with other 6 people. Then 9 died for that crash. My people, and welcome to the show. It always sweets my belly to bring on a tad and with the shell for inside the country. Oh yeah, make us start to give them bass for both and both of us. So. Yesterday I've been telling that say, Oga Dave Umahi, aka David Umahi, the son of putting behind middle name, one of wake here, one thing, Umahi. So he come out, contact say Southeast never did ready for, never ripe. The word never ripe for presidency. Say make them wait. Say maybe after 2027, no be now. That means insinuating say people like Peter Obi and the rest of them when they rush. Don't lush. Lush you not. Don't lush. Calm down because you never reach your turn yet. So the reaction don't they follow that conversation. Reaction don't they follow up. Now Nenadi Usman can't cool that. By the way, now the same Nenadi Usman when people they talk to him and Peter Obi don't fall out. Say they know they in good terms. But now the same Nenadi now don't answer because Nenadi Usman led national leadership of Labour Party don't answer the criticism of Dave Umahi. They say what's happened. For inside statement to be said in release today. Umahi appeal when be released, Umahi be appeal, say but people never ready and all that. Hey, nine and nine didn't come answer them. I give you that gist yesterday now. If you remember very well. They are not having it at all. In fact, they say Umahi's remark according to the remark, Senator Usman say Mr. Ken Asogwa described the Senator Usman spokesperson, that is Ken Asogwa, described the minister's statement as self-serving. So this is your statement. You serve yourself. Now yourself you serve. He said, Engineer Dave Umahi ought to be ashamed of himself. The word ashamed. Engineer Dave Umahi ought to be ashamed of himself for his provocative and self-serving statement. Says shame supposed to catch you, Oga. Shame supposed to catch you. Now, quoting the excerpt from that response, he said, in 2022, when we declared his intention to contest, or when Peter Obi declared his intention to contest the presidential ticket of the APC, he anchored his ambition on the argument that it was the turn of the Southeast to produce the president. That is when Dave Umahi declared his ambition to run for APC. Remember saying supposed to run with Peter with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the rest of them now for 2022. They're supposed to do primaries together. He said, but when you talk that time, you've been talking saying that turn of the Southeast to run. But how come you don't come out now to come talk say Southeast never right yet? Now the context for the statement say fast forward to today, 2027. The same region is suddenly no longer ripe for the presidency. All of a sudden, no longer ripe. Simply because of waiting, Umahi now wants to protect his position as a minister in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet. That's all. In fact, quoting part of the statement, say, my simple question to Umahi is, what exactly has changed between 2023 and now? Oga, waiting change. Now, waiting and the Usman, they ask her. They say, waiting change, Oga. Oga, make we ask you again. Waiting change. We make it a change month between 2023 and now. Now, on his part, the PDP Deputy National Legal Advisor, Okechukwu Osor, has said Umahi was not that Umahi was not sincere in his remarks. Osor has said the minister was merely expressing the position of his party, that is APC, not speaking on behalf of the entire Southeast or Igbo people generally. The PDP leader, who also hails from the Southeast, stated it was wrong for Umahi to make that statement because he is speaking for himself. He is a member of the APC, not the PDP or any other political party in Nigeria. Nigeria is a plural state with many political parties, and we are all citizens. And as all citizens, we're entitled to equal rights. That's so in talk. Now, the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 42, clearly provides that no citizen should be discriminated against based on tribe, religion, or circumstances of birth. So why did they do this one? They don't lambast and lambast. You know, and Nenadi herself to come answer. Nenadi Usman, why are you like this? So Nenadi Usman to come answer for inside the statement. She talks, say this one way they talk like this, it be like say you never understand because you suppose no say Peter Obi no be just person way be Southeast person alone. In appeal for presidency, don't pass Southeast one. Now, it gets national appeal. Right now, it gets national appeal because as it is right now, the person will be say we in fact supposed to see him as national treasure. We supposed to see him as treasure where they national. And in the national brand, now waiting they talk. So this one where they talk about saying get only Southeast appeal, unfortunately, be like say, they're up to date, they're up to date with happenings. No, so now talking about the Southeast appeal, yeah, and all that. A lot of conversation don't they spark, reactions don't they spark concerning some viral interviews as they get to do with Peter Obi and whether or not in be viable candidate or better candidates for the 2027 election and whether especially enough go vote for him. If you remember, Festus Keyamo had an interview. I just deliberately didn't want to go to that interview lately. He had an interview lately where he said that he believes that P2B can never win the 2027 election simply because he believes that the North cannot vote for him. And I don't know where they get their base from or the basis of the argument from that the North cannot vote. Because most times when they say things like that, people go just the one that say, I beg, then discuss, then call all Northerners, come together, get a meeting with them, discuss with them, and all Northerners tell them, say, oh, we hereby agree that we will not vote P2B. Because people, they wonder how they use the talk this one. Now, somebody also had an interview yesterday, even though he's an APC person, and with TVC, and also said the same thing. But let's first of all listen to what Minister of Aerospace and Aviation had to say, Festus Keyamo, and we'll go back to this other interview. Then we'll begin give the rebuttal one by one. Take a watch.
Demography will not go with him. Hold on.
Let me just.
The Christian demography will not go with him. The Eastern, I'm not saying that all of them will. Maybe 50% will still go, but he will lose some of those demography. On the other hand, if you now put Obi as the candidate, there is no Northerner alive that will vote for another Southerner for another 8 years.
That's what I want to talk about.
Because that's all the promise, hold on, all the promise of I will do one term is what they call foul. No human being dead or alive. Even if you carry juju and swear to Nigerians like nobody will believe.
I beg,
because
you're not speaking because he has said.
No Northerner alive. No Northerner alive. Did he say that or it was just my ears? I bet no vex. We could go back, go listen to him again today. Sure, waiting in talk.
Demography will not go with him. Hold on.
Let me just.
The Christian demography will not go with him. The Eastern, I'm not saying that all of them will. Maybe 50% will still go, but he will lose some of those demography. On the other hand, if you now put Obi as the candidate, there is no Northerner alive that will vote for another Southerner for another 8 years.
That's what I want to talk about.
That's not all the promise. Hold on. All the promise of I will do one term is what they call foul. No human being dead or alive. Even if you carry juju and swear to Nigerians like nobody will believe you. Because
you're not speaking because he has
I'm
said.
Telling you.
Because he has said.
Okay, it's not what he says.
You can't measure him with your own standard.
It's not about what he says. It's about what people believe. Do you see there are two different things? So let him preach it 1,000 times. They will just be laughing at him behind. Because no man alive today, even his own people, even his wife, we know that he will not run one term. His wife.
You can't speak for me.
I'm telling you.
We'll leave it there.
So that is it. So either way they go is doomed for them. There is no way forward on that coalition. And then you now have the Obi picture of a vice presidential candidate 2019, presidential candidate 2023, vice presidential candidate 2027. It gives a picture of a desperate, unserious individual.
All right, we'll see what
that is the picture it gives. If it goes up and down and up and down like that, it gives a serious kind of picture.
We'll see what
it's not going to happen.
We'll see what.
I apologize to the Obi supporters. I love my president the way they love him.
We see what.
Whether they abuse me or not, I don't want them to raise their hopes too much.
We'll see
to nowhere. They are going to nowhere.
Minister, we'll see what plays out. I can understand how you're beating your chest.
No, I'm not beating my chest. I'm just being a Nostradamus to say these are the situations on the ground. They are going nowhere.
Of Aviation and Aerospace Development, thank you for being.
Okay. So yeah, Festus Keyamo. So first of all, he tried to say that if it was Atiku Abubakar say Christians, the Christian demography in the north no go agree vote for him, and then if na Peter Obi say no northern at all go vote for him because they no go believe saying go do only 4 years, same must do 8 years. I want to ask a question. I played a video here yesterday showing Peter Obi in 2022 when he declared in interest to run for presidency, saying that he will run for 1 year. That is one term rather of 4 years. At that time, where the people like Festus Keyamo been day we make the no rebuke and that time say he no go feed one. Because this is not the first time he's saying it. He said it in 2022. And thank God for the generation of evidence full everywhere. So go and verify evidence there everywhere. Obi said that in 2022. It was aired on our television. Almost all the televisions they carried that report at that time. Why did the APC not have a problem with it? Why do they think that they believe the Northerners and they know the Northerners so much that the Northerners will rather handle and stay with the incompetency of their administration where people they complain about, not be me talk, that the Northerners will rather condone and die in the suffering of their ineptitude than vote another person or take the risk of one term. And what make them feel like, say, the Jonathan treatment will not be given to Peter Obi should he renege on that one-time agreement. Because the major reason we make them come out on mass to vote against Jonathan was because they felt that Jonathan promised them one term after completing Yar'Adua's 2 years tenure. He promised only one term. That's 4 years, 6 years. And he now went ahead to go and do another, to contest for another one. And that would have made him to be a president for 10 years. And they said, no, you're not having it. That was why there was a gang up. And that was why that gang up succeeded. So what makes the APC think that even if Obi lied about the one-term thing, which he did not, I'm not in Obi's heart, but if he lied about one term, why did he lie about it in 2022? So he was lying about it in 2022, and in 2025, he's also lying about it. So what I'm looking at is the consistency in someone's statement. I mean, I'm a criminologist. I had to look at those. So if you see the consistency in his statement, he said it in 2022 without missing word that he will do one term, and one term is enough for him to make changes. In fact, I remember in an interview once when he said that just 2 years, 2 years is enough for him to effect the kind of changes he would want to effect to propel the country into the trajectory of progress, and all that. So why it be say at all that time when you talk about 2022, they no talk, say, oh, na lie, you're a liar, you're a liar. Oh, because they feel that, I wonder what they will tell Jonathan. No. Because if BDP now decides to bring Jonathan, who obviously has only one term to do, I don't know what they go come tell Jonathan. Maybe they go find another thing where they go use to bring Jonathan. Because right now, they are against all the candidates. To them, Atiku Abubakar is a no-no because Northern Christians don't agree vote for them. They go say na time for the South. They go feel say, oh, well, I don't do on our own 8 years. Make the South complete their 8 years. Okay. And then they talk about Obi. They say, no, Northerners don't go vote for him. Northerners don't go vote for Obi. Say, no, Northerner alive will vote for Obi. And he did not even state any specific reason why Northerners will not vote for him. His reason alone is that they would not believe that Obi would do only one term. And then I ask him, in fact, they even say, even Obi wife, no go believe, saying they do one term, go do one term. But how about the fact that this man has been consistent about this over the years? He's been consistent. And some people go ask, say, what exactly is the APC afraid of? What exactly are they afraid of? Because one of the things in where Obi they talk, now say, not be say the country lack money, not be say the country no get money, but now because of say corruption, they let the country utilize the fund where you get well. It's not that the country does not have adequate money, but corruption, they let the country utilize the money well. Now, we they go borrow money from Kuwait, about 20-something thousand dollars from Kuwait. When we had our own money, in fact, Kuwait is rich on oil and natural gas, and I think 4, 5, 6 other mineral resources. Nigeria gets over 40 mineral resources, 40, including enough gas and oil as we get. So the only difference between Nigeria and Kuwait is that Kuwait manages their resources better than us. So you will be say you be child, they're like prodigal son, they don't give you your money spend. You spend and spend and spend and anyhow. They go back to the people where be say to your papa say, I beg give me. In fact, they go back to your brother where no gree spend it or make it borrow you. That's what we're doing. But let's get back to that conversation. Now, here is a northerner in another interview saying that no northerner will vote for Peter Obi. And then I'll play that interview with Sophie some time ago when it be say a northerner they confess to waiting happen for him under Peter Obi regime. Just take a watch.
They will not vote for a northerner taking out a southerner because a northerner has just finished 8 years and it's the turn of the south to do 8 years. So this is the issue with Atiku in the south. That's the southeast. Then the southwest cannot vote out their own son and bring in an Atiku as president. I can't see that happening. Then the south-south is literally divided into two, APC and PDP. And just, I think, a state or two is PDP in the southwest, maybe River State, you know? So how do you think Peter Atiku will win the south?
So you think the APC still has an edge?
Amechi cannot win River State for Atiku or himself because he did not win River State for APC in 2015 as a sitting governor. And I don't see him winning without power. If he couldn't win with power, you know? So, and then Peter Obi, if you're speaking about Peter Obi, if Peter Obi is the candidate, how do you think the North or Peter Obi's name will become a household name before 2027? Just 2 years. How do you think his name will become a household name in the North? Because it has to become in the region. It has to become a household name. People have to believe in him. Believe in him in the sense that they will vote for him, stand and guide the votes, let the votes be counted before they leave. Who do you think in the northern Nigeria will do that for Peter Obi? The same Peter Obi that in an interview he was saying he wanted the northern Nigeria to trust him. In the same interview, he was celebrating bringing breweries to Anambra as an achievement. The biggest importer of alcohol is who wants to go to the northern Nigeria and say, vote for me as a president. That's funny now.
And he says it is just one term to revive this country and turn around the fortunes of this country. Do you think Nigerians will buy it?
He is lying now. We know he's lying.
How do you know he's lying?
Once he gets in, because he will not do it. Once he gets in, he will look for a second term. I'm telling you, Jimoke. Have we not heard from Jonathan? It did happen in Nigeria. He said he was going to do just a term, and everybody supported him in 2011. He became the president. Before 2015, he has changed his mind and told them to go and bring where they agreed and signed that he was going to live in 2015. Peter Obi is lying. He should stop lying to Nigerians.
All right. So you heard that. That's not another argument again. So then again, while I respect people's religion and I respect their belief and all that for inside their religion, so because Peter Obi established a brewery and on a no-go voter, then this matter don't cause a lot of wahala for social media. No be me talk amo, no be me talk amo. Go find tweets them on top to social media. People they say wait, so you cannot vote somebody that's perhaps has an alcohol business, but you can vote somebody that you're not sure of his background, that you're not sure of the things he's done in the past, that perhaps has a questionable past. Now, waiting your religion preach to you be that now waiting people they talk. Not be me talk about, as I said again, I did not say it. That's what people are saying that, oh wow, your religion will not accept you to vote for somebody whom you do not trust his background. But your religion can, whom sells alcohol. At least you know his background. You get verifiable background and everything. But your religion go fit allow you, make you vote for person where you be say, you don't know in background. You know even they sure of the things and when you don't do in the past. That's a question what people they ask. So on whose side would you rather be? Where you go rather belong to? That's a question what people they ask. And this brings us back to where we are again. And should we not outgrow this politics of sentiment in our country? But because I can't they won't believe what's in EB say people like Prince Francis Chilaka, they tell us on inside this show, say Nigerians say our suffer never reach. Because by the time our suffer do us, our suffer press our neck well, then we go realize, say, we go take away sentiment and we go vote people based on their capacity and competence. Because it be like say we never still reach. Oh, we're still paying attention to tribe. We're still paying attention to religion. Even as things are expensive like this. As I speak to you now, there is every likelihood that car parts will be more expensive because of the new customs implementation. There is every possibility. Both imported cars and their parts, understand they say we'll not get anyone who they manufacture for Nigeria, but they're more expensive. Instead of us to speak to these realities, people are overtaxed and earn a little in this country. People pay more taxes than they earn Because whether not direct tax or indirect tax, those taxes where they pay without knowing, you're paying more taxes. Instead of us to pay attention to how we can make life a bit meaningful for the normal Nigerians. Not be loan who they go collect and make people go school. Will they go collect loan because of education? Education will be one of the basic things where you suppose get as government or do as government. You're taking a loan for it. That means you were not even prepared before to send those people to school. You were not even prepared for. There was no plan ab initio for people to go to school. Because if you're not just realizing that because you have to be inclusive in terms of education, and that's why you have to take loan from Kuwait for it, then that means you were not ready. You did not prepare. You knew that you're not living up to your responsibilities as a government. Why? That's not a question where a lot of people they ask. Now, let me quickly go play back that video of Mr. Olase and then where Ibi say the cause problem for inside Nigeria, and then the rebuttal where Rafael Seni bring forth, because a lot of people referred to that video yesterday, and I thought to quickly bring it to the fore. But first of all, before I play the one where the buzz boost happen, make I play the one where Ibi say in the market the person of Peter Obi, because a lot of people don't they talk say you sure say what thing they do not be true trap then they said for Peter Obi for PDP. Ina has said this before, that how possible is it for Peter Obi to succeed with a Wike, his G5 friends and affiliates for inside PDP, understanding that all of them they sympathetic to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? How possible is that? How possible? I don't talk that in several. I think I've asked that question to almost all the guests that came to this show. How possible it did? I never really get a clear answer. So make I quickly go play that video of Oga Olansi where he markets Peter Obi, and then before I go to the Gbasgbos, what happened for the show.
In this country we have what we call free speech, enshrined in our constitution. You have the capacity to say what you like and how you like it, for as long as you don't abuse or blackmail anybody to a point that might necessitate his going to court to challenge what you have said. But I have to start by saying that democracy depends on several doses of civility, and the underlying word is civility, which most people even in politics do not understand. And because they don't, they exhibit some form of a reflective instinct towards self-preservation. And this reflective instinct that gives them rise to self-preservation makes them be stoking paranoia, and it's a very dangerous thing to happen. So you see people who take oath for unsurpassed devotion to duty, when indeed what they mean is to have taken oath for unsurpassed devotion to stealing money. And that's why the country has not moved. So coming back to your question, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most people, the elite, the so-called educated, tend to forget that the Constitution says 4-year term. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives you a 4-year term. So that Constitution presumes that in 4 years, you should be able to make an impression, an impactful impression on your society. It's only when you do very, very well and you desire for a second term that you ask for a second term, which they may or may not give you. Because there are many places in this country where people zone offices just for 4 years. You do and somebody else goes. It doesn't mean that you must finish what you started, but if you have a project that is good and somebody else comes in, he will finish it. And I give you an example. If you come into Enugu now, we have one of the best governors in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Most of the projects abandoned over the past 16, 20 years. Coming to Enugu is like you're entering London. Beautiful. You can see how the governor is, rehabilitating and finishing all the projects. So, in effect, Peter saying that he will do 4 years, I think it is sacrosanct. It's by all standards in Nigerian politics. He's a very honest person, a good Christian. He doesn't talk from both sides of his mouth. So I believe him that he will do it in 4 years. Anybody? If you discuss, I would like people to have him on television on this Arise platform. And if you listen to him, you will see and believe that he will do everything he wants to do, maybe not 100%, in 4 years. That's what the Constitution presupposes. That if they felt that you can't do most things you have pledged to do in 4 years, they would have said giving it 5 or 6 years. So Peter hasn't said anything out of point. It's his belief that in 1 year you should be able to do proper analysis, even before you come into office. Do a proper analysis of what your vision is and how to implement that vision. The only thing that people have a vision of stealing money, and all the time they are thinking of how to steal that money, and not anything that will be impactful to the common.
All right, so basically this now what's in a BCE explain, trying to support the fact say they out of connection for Peter Obi to actually do 1 year. And I mean, I think saying that the reason why we could begin do election just before earlier enough before swearing in, so that the next administration when they come in, apart from handling legal cases, the next administration when they come in will also prepare themselves, package themselves on how the things and what they need to do before they come into government, so that they go prepare. Because if you prepare adequately, you wouldn't need 6 months after you're swearing in for you to constitute your cabinet. You wouldn't need to make irrational decisions anyhow. So that's now waiting into. But then, apart from that, you remember after this conversation and all that, that looked more like he was praise singing Peter Obi. And one of the presenters of the show, Rufai Yusenina, asked him, say, but now you they talk good of Peter Obi now. Maybe because now they try to woo him to enter inside PDP. Not be the same you or guy way also being the criticized Peter Obi, say he no do anything for inside Anambra State. Not be you say no do anything. It's a lie. Say anybody will see video where anybody will go give an evidence of waiting in talk of when in talk and say Anambra State in criticize Peter Obi in any way for Anambra State. Make them tell him say in go resign. Go stop politics. And then, people came on, not even Rufai this time, apart from Rufai, people came on board and started digging and digging and digging, and they dig out a lot of videos, not once, not twice, different occasions when EBC criticized Peter Obi. My work not to bring on evidence. I can show the evidence we're going to see.
I have never condemned Peter Obi's governorship in Anambra State.
Okay, Chief,
if you present that fact, I will resign today from political process in this country. No, they brought out a candidate whom he didn't like, because of his religious inclination. I don't want to go, because Peter has split Anambra State, unfortunately.
Well, when you say that he has split Anambra State, there are those who would
religiously.
Oh, okay.
We used to be a homogeneous Christian state. Now you talk about whether you're a Catholic, or you're an Anglican, or you're a Pentecostal. That is where we are degenerating now, and it's unfortunate. And he studied that politics. The concept of continuity. Oka was a glorified local government. For 8 years, Peter Obi was governor. If you're passing through Oka now, over flyovers, you wouldn't know when you pass Oka. By the time Peter was governor, what was rife in Anambra State? Kidnapping, armed robbery, all our big shots, nobody came home. But I tell you, in the past 4 years, people in Anambra sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
For 75 billion naira in the account.
Well,
so the governor
there have been a dispute about the economy, because at the end of the day, it was 9 billion that Peter Obi left. It's not true.
Not over 75 billion.
That was falsehood. 9 billion, and I would like you to invite officials of the present government and invite Peter to tell us how this 9 billion was left. Because the claim, and I saw him claiming that Peter Obi has no property anywhere in this country. This is the greatest fallacy of the 21st century. Peter owns a company called Next International. He's probably the biggest property owner in this country. I don't talk of the big shopping mall in Abuja. His younger brother controls everything he did.
Is there anyone in Anambra?
Oh yes, there's ShopRite he has at Onitsha. Everything about ShopRite is Peter Obi. He annexed a land in my town through an offshore company, and he's building something there now.
Peter Obi's fiercest critics, which is surprising because you guys were in the same party. His supporters say you seem determined to want to bury him under a landslide of vitriol. And
so when he therefore declared, without even common telephone call to people who have been very close to him, we felt he just, this is not, it wasn't running for local government chairmanship. You're talking of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and to all intents and purposes, even if you're going to be president of Nigeria of ethnic Igbo extraction, there has to be seen, some level of appreciation from your people where you're coming from.
So that's your grouse.
That was my grouse. He moves from Abga.
Right.
Promised Ojukwu. The concept of making him governor for 8 years was that Chief Ojukwu saw that Igbos had problem in this country. And he said, can we do what Yorubas did for a very long time under Awolowo? Let's put our place in one, piece. And use our 5 governors to develop our place. That was the mandate given to him. And he promised Ojukwu that he would do just that. No sooner did Ojukwu die, that he ran from Abga into PDP. Under 6 months, he managed to put himself as vice presidential candidate of PDP. And because of that singular act of not consulting his brother governors, they had only 3.something million votes. And that was why Atiku failed. And he came out again and started organizing. As the PDP national primary was approaching,
He left again without consulting anybody into Labour Party. So after looking at me, I've been state chairman of 2 national parties in Anambra. I was chairman of NRC at the June 12th election, and chairman of PDP when Ngige was governor. With due humility, all we needed from him, not just me, thousands of people, all we needed to call people to a meeting. Gentlemen, this is why I am leaving. So we now run from ABGA to PDP, PDP to Labour. Who knows where again we're going tomorrow? That is not leadership.
Right.
Very quickly, when I don't hear that one from Oga, the former PDP chairman of Anambra State, Oga Dan Olase, as he take talk that one. So, when I don't hear waiting it talk, waiting you think about the things then way in talk. See the way he switch and change mouth suddenly. And people don't they look and say, this one na set up, na set up, na set up. But then again, let's go back to that conversation of nobody will vote for Peter Obi, because I'm sure you would have heard, this before. In fact, this whole story started, I think, during that 2022 election, even 2023 election, even 2024, when people they carry say, oh, Peter Obi, he pursue northerners from inside Anambra State, say make them go back, he command non-indigens and all that. So a lot of those conversations been done, they go viral. And I just say, make I even bring them to the fore. Make we look at them. If you remember, I think sometime in 2022, what's been a bio or 2024, I think, he tweeted this. This was the tweet he tweeted. If I remember that tweet, let me get the beginning of the tweet now as he tweeted it. This was the tweet he made. Okay, that is it. Yes, Peter Obi started deporting Nigerians in 2011. Peter Obi has displayed his incredible hypocrisy again over da. He talk a lot of things, and then of course people even fact check that the community guidelines even fact check him, saying a lie. This is a false claim, as it has been debunked several times that Peter Obi didn't deport northerners as northern governor, as Anambra governor. It's simply a propagandistic campaign of calumny. This claim has been found to be baseless. Now, waiting Ibi say people don't begin to talk about. So, not be the first time we Ibi say they don't carry them. Of course, there's been headlines to that effect. Say, oh, P2B, the way people for Anambra State, when they be governor of Anambra State, in deport northerners, let northerners rest. That now, in all of these tweets and reactions and these headlines, really make the roundabout, waiting or not P2B due to northerners during internal. Nobody refer to this particular video we're going to play now about how P2B calmed down the crisis in Anambra State at that time, where involved northerners, and how he even saved truck drivers at that time when there was a reprisal attack, and all that in Anambra State. Nobody talked about it. He didn't just save them, the northern drivers. He carried them, go inside government house, go secure them, so that they'll be truly safe. And here is one of the people where he say experience the thing gone with his own two mouth, where in the talk. Make we hear him when he talk, and I'll make another
driver who was attacked during a crisis in Anambra State when Peter Obi was the governor. We ran a security formation for our safety, but we were arrested and detained as terrorists. But when Peter Obi came, he interacted with us, and he told the security men to take good care of us. After a few days, a car was sent to pick us up. But I think where they kept us was even the government house, because our minds were at peace. No beating, no insults at all. He came to us and reintroduced himself as the state governor. He asked us how it happened, and we told him. Like myself, then, I was a driver, and some are our passengers. He apologized for what happened. That Peter Obi, he's one fair guy with gap teeth. He told us to relax our minds, and nothing is going to happen to us again. After everything was calm, we came out and even saw that my car was burned. But seeing that he apologized, we accepted destiny. But we are grateful since our lives have been saved by him. That's why, when I saw a poster and I heard Peter Obi is contesting, I said, I'm going to vote for him because he saved my life. He did not harm me. So I'm rooting for him. And that is why I'm joining the up-north ambassadors for Peter Obi. I'm calling on Nigerians to support him, and let's see his own mode of leadership. Our main aim is to see northern Nigeria excel, not just the north, but the entire country as a whole.
Okay, so you don't hear him. Now, what about this? Oh, by the way, that's the fair man with the gap teeth. Did you see the gap teeth? And the gap teeth be that. So, how about that? So, this particular man will not be somebody, when a Festus Keyamo will say, no northerner, that is no single northerner, go vote for Peter Obi. For article one, he even talk, say maybe 50% or some of them go vote for him, while the rest of them will vote for Tinubu. But article said, but he said to Peter Obi that no northerner, that is the north, they no go one seed of vote like this. Oh God, be coming down, be coming down. So are you telling me that this man now we feel like say Peter Obi do him favor and we don't experience firsthand of the personality of this person? Go look himself finish. Look the suffer when they go through right now for Nigeria. Talk say no. I go still vote the suffer instead of this man will help him. I just want to ask you a question. It's a sincere question. It's a sincere question. The man go look himself finish. The amount when they buy things now, if he's a farmer, the amount, the security in he's going to farm or not, the amount when he be saying they sell the things then went buy, the life quality of life when they live now today, he go look and finish. Then look the present administration say I go vote for this administration instead of me to vote Igbo man. Abba. But maybe that waiting make people like Abati try to talk that and say the civil war is not over. But I can tell you something. The mentality is changing. I did play you a video the other day when somebody they talk say majority of the enlightened northerners are rooting for Peter Obi. That's what he said. I didn't say he was a northerner. He said it himself. The majority of the enlightened northerners, educated northerners, are rooting for Peter Obi. The person we talk an northerner, not be me, and not be northerner. You understand? So if a northerner himself can come out and say that majority of his own people where they enlightened, they root for Peter Obi. Then now we where the be southerners, where they inside our backyard for south. We can't talk, say, no, northerner. No one single northerner like this. Go vote for Peter Obi because he be waiting. Lucifer, come on. Come on. Let's just let me look for that video and play it again so that we'll put a perspective to this conversation. I just hope I get the right video. Now, northerners they come across and say most enlightened northerners are beginning to see the need for Peter Obi's governance and are beginning to root for him. That person talk him. So how do we just make a carpet or a blanket statement and say, oh, no northerner, no one single northerner can ever vote for Peter Obi? It's not possible. It will never happen. By the way, I just want to quickly state that because I see people referring me to that the purported tweet by El Rufai where they say he released the result of the 2023 election. Say Peter Obi. There is no evidence that El Rufai released such tweets. I did my research. Let me even see that tweet so that I put it out here. So for emphasis reasons. So I made my research. There is no evidence that Aerofy put up such a tweet at all. As a matter of fact, from my research, I hear saying just propaganda that we people they carry around. And incidentally, the person put out the tweet way circulated recently in a Charlie boy. He didn't know. I like to state it. Here I balance my conversation. I have gathered and my evidence, my research, no evidence of error of tweeting this particular tweet that shows that Peter Obi won the 2023 election. This particular tweet, there is no evidence that error of tweeted this. Maybe he tweeted and deleted. In fact, I also at least if he tweet and delete them, waiting with that boy name for Twitter, Grok. That's AI boy. He would know. It's to be tweeted this. That Aerofy tweeted being one, in 119 states with 70%, and Konkoso won 2 states with 1%. PDP won, that is Article 1, 13, the 7 states with 13%, while Tinubu won 8 states with 10%. But there is no evidence so far. So please, I am here for sincere and balanced journalism. I know they do sensationalism because of saying no, I don't do that. So I just thought to put that. I see people referring me to that, and I just thought to quickly put it up. So going back to that conversation about whether or not Northerners will vote for Peter Obi, How does that make you feel after all of this? Now, let me see if I can get that video where that Northerner was saying that most Northern Christians are rooting for Peter Obi. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Peter Obi made it to that gathering is remarkable. And you don't forget, since the
just to put a
demise
perspective
of
to this conversation,
Nenadi
that was
Usman,
the day, immediately the day that they had that that meeting for coalition, that Sunday, we didn't get that coalition meeting, we get everybody jittery, right? So that's what he was referring to. So let's go back to listen to him.
The fact that Peter Obi made it to that gathering is remarkable. And you don't forget, since the demise of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Peter Obi is the most formidable presidential candidate to have come out from the southeast.
Since Azikiwe? Since Azikiwe. What about Alex Ekweme and...
Alex Ekweme, was he really a presidential candidate? He didn't get the ticket, did he? He didn't get the ticket. He lost the ticket to Obasanjo. And earlier on, I think he had also lost it to Obasanjo. Alex Ekweme was in the forefront in the formation of PDP. But unfortunately, during the short transition program of General Abdul Salami Abubakar, Alex Ekweme and the founders of PDP were off stage. And they removed, Olusegun Obasanjo from the prison and gave him the ticket because they zonalized the presidency to the southwest. You remember that his other opponent on APP platform was also Olufalai. But I tell you again, Peter Obi is a very, very formidable politician now. He has
what makes him formidable?
It's because, I was going there, it's because of the passionate followers that he has. It's because of the reach.
Can we say he's the Buhari of the southeast of sorts?
Yes, he's a Buhari.
Because they say that, okay,
exactly.
Buhari, he had his fanatic 12 million votes.
Exactly.
That come rain, come shine,
exactly.
They are there for him.
Exactly. So the sentiment in Southeast, is suggesting a Peter Obi presidency. Don't forget, Peter Obi won Lagos in 2023. I think he won Benue.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
He defeated him.
He defeated the Lagosian, the ex-governor of Lagos, called Bola Tinubu. And you know what he scored in Plateau and in Benue. So Peter Obi has basically, inherited that Zikist political followership. And I tell you that even in the North now, a lot of people, especially young people, especially educated people, are saying that it's time for a Southeastern president. And they see hope and promise in Peter Obi.
As a political analyst,
that's why his presence at this consultative group, even going to the extent of delivering
a keynote address.
Yes, a keynote address is something worthwhile.
And that is what I want to ask. How significant is that? What message are these people of northern extraction are sending to Tinubu and the APC?
Very good question. I think the message to Tinubu is that minus him and his cabal, the entire country is against him.
Please watch it. I'll tell you to read
the northern politicians, northern technocrats, and all those who gathered at Continental Hotel today understand something. Even though Peter Obi, like the politician he is, he said the North can change Nigeria.
Despite the endorsement? Last week it was actually, coterie of endorsement by, is it the Northwest, is it the whole of the National Assembly? We saw endorsement upon endorsement.
I will make this point, then come to those endorsements.
Okay.
So I'm saying that the message at the consultative group is that the North and the Southeast are about to have another handshake.
Across the Niger.
Yes, and if you remember decades ago, there was, there were alliances. In fact, fusion, if you like, between the Southeast and the North, whether it was during Tafawa Balewa or it was during Shehu Shagari.
All right, so I just thought to bring up
the message is that the North and the South.
The that conversation there, make we understand. So the man by that conversation, he talks, say, Northerners, especially young Northerners and educated Northerners, they root for Peter Obi. So I'm wondering when people say that, oh, people are not going to be voting for him in the North, however true or not that is. But let's get back to other conversations. So I tell you, say ADC don't deny the rumor, say INEC, they reject their new leadership and they don't reaffirm their commitment to Nigeria. Now, the African Democratic Congress has dismissed reports claiming that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, refused to recognize its newly constituted leadership under Senator David Mark. The party described the rumors as baseless fabrications and reaffirmed its commitment to mobilizing Nigerians for the urgent task of nation building or national rescue. Now, they released this in a statement in their official Twitter handle today, and Bolaji Abdullahi, their spokesperson, and I talk about them today. So make we just leave them there sharply. But then let's go back. I told you about that prophecy about Peter Obi. I told you about that prophecy. We'll get to that prophecy, or maybe I'll do a video on that prophecy and I'll do a video later on that prophecy so that I don't waste time so we can start taking calls. I'll do a video on the prophecy and I'll post the video later today. So let's just get straight to other conversations. So Peter Obi has criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People they talk say, wait, oh, that Peter Obi, what did they do you now? We they talk say you don't do one again. They never drag you finish on one. You don't they go on another one. Oh, that Peter Obi, what is going on now? You know, go let them breathe. Let the poor government breathe. Let the government that wants the poor people to breathe. Please, let the government that wants poor people to breathe, but they're not letting them breathe. I mean, I don't know. Now people they talk about. Don't forget they use freezer. If you know, you know. So P2B has criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, especially as it gets to do with the allocation of 712 billion naira for the renovation of Murtala Mohammed International Airport. He said President Tinubu they prioritize airports, especially Lagos airports renovation over hungry Nigerians. You know what that amount of money could do to Nigerians? Now we see the say in talk. The former Anambra governor, of course, they want, they contest for the election. Now, let's go to one of the things he said. He said, it is profoundly troubling that at a time when millions of Nigerians are facing the crushing burden of hunger, the federal government has chosen to approve a staggering 712.3 billion US dollars. Not to feed its poor, no. Not to create jobs, no. Not to create employment, no. Not to build industries, The politician said further, this raises a fundamental and urgent question. Where are our national priorities? Our priorities for government, where we keep them. Where we'll keep them there. Now, Mr. Peter Obi cited the United Nations report from July warning that about 34 million Nigerians will be at risk of hunger in August. So say government will get sense, suppose no say, as they don't see that vision, say the owners of Nigeria, be that one that some members of your country will be in severe hunger, by August 2025. The right thing to do was to begin to look at how you invest in food security so that your people go get food. Instead of you to focus on food security, they carry money go put for airports where you just renovate no less than 3 years ago. They renovate them again. Now aesthetics we go shop. That question where be said, not be me they talk these things. So now questions where people they ask based on this Peter Obi tweet. He says this raises this raises a fundamental and urgent questions that where are our priorities? He says in July this year, the United Nations, of course, said that 34 million Nigerians would be hungry or would get more hungry. Now, this was also published in the national dailies on August 1, 2025. This is not just an abstract statistics. It speaks of real people, real human beings, our parents, our children, neighbors, and friends who are going to bed hungry and waking up without hope of a meal. Now, slamming Mr. Tinubu's administration for the unjustified wastage, the former presidential candidate recalled that Nigeria secured $500 million loan from the China Exim Bank, supplemented by counterpart funding to upgrade 5 international airports in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Enugu. That's what the Anambra State Governor talk. Let us not forget that in 2013, Nigeria secured 500 million naira loan from China Exim Bank, he quote, stating this ones, Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Enugu. If the massive investment was made barely a decade ago, less than 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago. What justifies an even larger sum of money today for just one of the airports, one alone? Especially at a time when Nigerians are starving, internally displaced, and desperate. Mr. Obi further condemned the government for building grandiose infrastructure while leaving Nigerians starved. You remember, say just the other day, the U.S. Embassy tweet and talk, say, hey, say Tinubu administration just they focus their attention, sorry, not be Tinubu, governors or government just they focus their attention for luxury houses, luxury buildings, luxury cars. They just focus on luxuries instead of them to look at the welfare of their people. Instead of them to focus on healthcare, education, and other priorities of the people. So they just focus on other frivolities. Now, what's in U.S. Embassy tweet? I tell on that tweet now, and I post and give her that. You know, so I like to talk with evidence. So before I go quote me, it is not me that said it. It is the U.S. Embassy that tweeted that, but with their original Twitter handle. And you just wonder that, okay, when a U.S. Embassy would have tweeted this about our dear country just a few days ago, how come we now on our own too, we just decide to say, okay, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, this is the tweet. This is the handwriting of U.S. Embassy now. U.S. mission in Nigeria. This is it. This is the tweet. They just tweeted this few days ago. And then just before we say Jack Robinson, we don't enter into another borrowing spree again. And as if that is not enough, we have gone to secure a loan from Kuwait, 25.3 million US dollar loan from Kuwait today. Guess what we won't use them for? For education for Kaduna State. It shock you. For education for Kaduna State. Now, this is not a state that education, it's not that the cost is not worthy. No. That's not be waiting people to talk, because waiting that they talk, not be saying I mean they talk now people they talk. It's not that the cost is not worthy, but it is even the entire idea behind the course. Because first of all, education is supposed to be the number one primary thing where this is government supposed to give you. So does it mean that the Kaduna State government did not make room for education, free education for its students? Because according to the universal basic education and all of those things, tertiary primary education is supposed to be free of charge. And I mean, lawyer don't come here tell us say now the right of a citizen to get education from primary and secondary school for free. In fact, the lawyer even added tertiary. Say by our constitution, to the level of university, supposed to go school for free. And that's why there's some sort of subsidy in university education in Nigeria, because you're supposed to go school for free. So now you're right. Unfortunately, as much as it is your right, the constitution has also limited you from questioning the government on that right. That is where the problem is. So whilst you have the right to, the government is supposed to provide these things for you, on the other hand, you do not have the right to question them for not providing it. How could you have made provision for school and education of people, and on the other hand, you're going to take loan for the same education? They say, oh, well, 10 years ago, this is 2025, 10 years ago, just 10 years ago, before this administration came in, Goodluck Jonathan built Amajiri schools across northern Nigeria. Across northern Nigeria. This same APC administration, did they maintain those Amajiri schools? These are questions people started asking. They say, now because of these same people now, they go collect loan. What is the possibility that we implement and use those loans judiciously and effectively? What will be the possibility? Now, Nigerians don't get that situation where it be like say trust deficit day between them and their government. Because the government talks about, you're going to look out. Did you say this thing? Should we believe you or we don't believe you? Because it be like say trust deficit day between Nigerians and their leaders. They know they should trust them because they know they're sure whether within the government they talk not true or not. Well, this fund, they don't go borrow from Kuwait like this, so of course, they borrow the money from Kuwait. Then talk say now for from the now for the education of people for inclusive education for inside Kaduna State basically. But people are criticizing it. But if we had the need for money so much, when we also will go borrow money like this, why are we spending money to renovate an airport that we just renovated not too long ago? Why are we spending money? Remember that at the time that the budget for that airport was made, or borrowed money from it for it in 2013, not be the time when they implement them. Some of those airports were just worked on like 3 or 4 years ago. Not be say them now, not be when they finish working. Some of them they just finished working on them 3-4 years ago. So why did we have to borrow again? That's the question. Watch out for the video on that prophecy. I'll put it out later in the evening. I'll try. But if I don't post it this evening, I'll post it tomorrow morning. So you go and watch the prophecy because you need to see that prophecy. Now that prophecy by that particular prophet, so don't see vision. He see about Jonathan saying he will be president and he became president. He see say one Buhari go come up Jonathan for government and that happened. So you don't see about Peter Obi and other people for inside government. I go like make you go watch and make you see within themselves, then get to talk. But Meg will just go quickly to other conversations so that we'll open the phone lines for you to jump in. And Bala Mohammed don't accuse the president and administration. Say wait. Only 30% of 2024 budget was implemented. 2025, when I never even scratch them, I never discuss on arranging 2026 budget again. But where are we actually in this country? That's what he's saying basically. And did I tell you that people who were kidnapped are saying that wait, oh, police not rescue also because if like anybody wouldn't rescue a way, come up for kidnappers, then now they tell say, oh, na police rescue us. They say no, not be police rescue also. Say we see Pepe, we almost die. And most of these people they eventually talk say, oh, they paid ransom to come out, but government go talk say, oh, police go talk say, oh, they were rescued by gallant officers and all of those. So they have said that we had close shave with death. Police did not rescue us. Kidnapped student. Now you talk. In case you don't wonder the students, say remember say we report saying that Black Saturday when NS will for Fabian, Obuka, Philip, Wama, a few of them with when they relieve the gratitude and still trying to process the trauma of the victims of David Obiora recounts the harrowing experience that they experienced when they were kidnapped, and they said that they saw Pepe in that kidnap. Okay. And then in Plateau State, the insecurity still continues. As they talk to you now, some leaders, community leaders from inside Plateau State, don't they beg President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, God beg, forget about that state of emergency we BC put for River State there. Now wait for Plateau State, go need that now. We need state of emergency for Plateau State now because the insecurity is killing us. The killing don't they too much. We need state of emergency. Even for Benue State, insecurity don't come back again because as they talk to you now, 8 people, 9 don't die. Police officer join them. Where? Fulani herdsmen attack again for Benue State. This time around, Agatu local government area. For Benue State, again, it's happening again. And people are wondering, when will this stop? When is this going to stop? Okay. And then very quickly before we get to other stories from international scene, the People's Democratic Party is reportedly considering offering former Goodluck Ebele Jonathan an automatic ticket for the 2027 presidential election if he returns to the party and play a more active political role. So they say once he come back to the party and play the active for the party, they will offer him the. So again, will a Wiki and co work in his favor? It's not that. It's not about who contest. They go let them. They go let them. That the kind of moves with waiting Dino Melanie talk say PDP don't become an annex of APC. Do you see them giving him the freedom and the to win the election, or they go just can't let him make a mockery of himself and lose the election again? That's now waiting people to talk. All right, my people, phone lines are open. Make I begin taking our thoughts and reactions on the conversations that we don't raise tonight. So go to the pinned session of the post and you go see the comment where you see I pinned there. Inside that pinned comment, there is a link in it. Follow the link. The link will bring you straight into the studio, make you enter inside the studio to put for matter with the ground. Or you call the WhatsApp number. WhatsApp alone 0817 029 4077. Now the WhatsApp number to call 0817 029 4077. Only on WhatsApp can you call that number. Only on WhatsApp. All right. Hello, good evening and welcome. Is this TY Danjuma?
Now, TY, how you doing, Precious?
I did, my brother. How your side?
We thank God, we thank God. I did gbadun your program today.
Oh, stop it. I like it.
I did enjoy it well.
Thank
but,
you.
I want to just I want to comment. My comment now mostly now about to be all this bad belly and belly aching. Where they worry some people about to be. I don't think anybody will take Anwar Hassan seriously because if you look at the options, he's saying that as a good Muslim, he preferred to vote for Pablo and BH.
Pablo. Oh, no, just the call names. No, it's okay. Go ahead. No, I don't want to make any again. Just go ahead. I want to remain ignorant.
You don't ask that question before, Pablo.
I'm a novice.
Check encyclopedia. You go see them there. You go see who
I'm
be
not sabi
Pablo.
read. Not people they read the encyclopedia.
Pablo Escobar.
Escobar.
You
I
go.
don't hear them they talk that. Pablo
Uh,
Escobar. It gets as a
yes.
name sound. It's like name of somebody who I know, but I don't forget. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Jerry, my
Okay.
brother. Mm-hmm.
So now why I just dey shake my head because every day they must find one thing. They go dig one thing where they go just stick on that man. And they stick every day. Every day. And they are just helping him to make him even more popular because there's no day for the past 3, 4, 5 months. There's no day where you go check news. Then there's nothing on Obi. You don't even the popular past the president in terms of
Oh,
everyday
no,
news.
but he's in the news. But he's in the news more than the president. Can I blow your mind? There was even a time
Yeah.
that even he was in the news more than the president. So I don't know
Yes.
if the president deliberately abstains himself from the news.
The
If
people
he,
when they hear Obi here locally and abroad, they be the one that say maybe I
you
be
know,
president of Nigeria
you
because
know,
now they hear every day.
saying that waiting make people don't talk, say that they give them subtle advertisement because whether you
Yes,
like
that's what they're
it,
doing.
to all
That's
these
what they're
people where
doing.
they talk say no like him, the more you talk about him, the more people would be interested about in him, and the
Yes.
more people go on dig out about why did they talk about this particular man all the time, so and it makes it easy for them to
Exactly. So they are doing him good. They don't know that. They are helping him. They are doing good to him.
free
And
publicity where you supposed to spend
yes,
money
free
for.
publicity, free of charge. And then of course they are also helping newspapers and all those things to sell their viewership and all that. So because anytime you put to be, they want to go and check, and
Ew.
then people dig in, and then videos will come out to counteract all the things that they talk. And I particularly I just want to talk about Chief Dan Ulasi.
Lassie.
I've been checking. I
Your
don't know
brother man.
how. Yes, I don't know how old he there. But don't they check? Make I see. I know he's an old man. I know he's an elder statesman.
Are you talking about Macau or Yanka?
Now because that's why I wanted to find out whether maybe not earlier, but this is just a case of Agadi Moken Agwofe. That's
Ew.
that's what he is, and I'm
Ew.
expecting.
What's the
I'm
meaning of this
expecting.
Spanish language you just spoke now?
Hey, na deep Igbo now.
It's
Agadi
okay. It's
Moken
okay. Don't worry.
Agwofe.
Eh,
When an elderly man they eat with small children for the same
uh-huh.
plate,
Uh-huh.
okay? There is soup. There's a soup and there's a swallow.
Mm-hmm.
So the man where they eat with small children, now he be the one where go the guofe. I don't know the English word for guofe. Now he go the
Let them Google them. Let them
you
Google
know
it. Okay.
so it's very very shameful. And these videos where you don't play because let me give you the quotation what he said. I have never spoken against Peter Obi, and I stand by that. Show me any evidence from my time as PDP chairman or
I
beyond,
will send.
and I will leave politics entirely. This is what the man open the mouth. This thing. Open that in mouth. They talk this nonsense.
But you have
It's
to
a
put it in
shame
plan
that an
for him.
old man like that to be spewing this nonsense. He should resign. In fact, they should strip him that cap where they had. They should remove it and throw it away. That
Speaking,
for him to.
speaking, speaking to that conversation, do you think that they actually want to use PDP to set a trap for Peter Obi? Because I've
No,
been
but
asking this question over time. Any guests will come here, that's why they ask them. They say, "Do you see Peter Obi succeeding in PDP with all the waiting lined minds waiting for PDP and the trap they set there?" So I don't
the
ask
man,
different question.
the
And then
man, the man
this Olasi conversation come there like say, "Can't amplify that my question even more." So go ahead.
The man is a smart man now. Fayose is in PDP, doesn't want to leave. He set trap there. He said he didn't hide it. He said he go vote for Ashiwaju. This is the same Fayose that went on TVC and called Obi. He said Obi ate. I don't know whether you saw that video that time when in the midst of the election when Obi was winning and winning and winning before they brought out that their magic that they did.
I think I
He
played
said
it.
he was talking. He said to them that Obi will remove any president. That's what you said. He said Obi ate all the, in fact, he likened him, use a parable that Obi is like he ate everything, ate the meat, ate the bone, ate everything. That the only thing that will make Obi not win, it maybe is the spread. Because Obi was positioned to win before they went and they started tinkering with whatever they did. So there's fire shade there who is waiting. There's Wike there, of course,
Who would
who
always
is there.
defend his.
Yes, who are there? There are so many of them. There's Autumn, there's Makinde, all those people who have now changed, and so Obi is not, and some other people that we don't know. There's Anyanwu there, who is who Wike calls his son, even though Anyanwu is senior. So there are PDP is in a serious problem. They shot themselves on the foot, and now they are desperately now looking for how to reinvent themselves, and they want
But
you
they
to
won't,
be.
they won't likely reinvent themselves by 2027.
No. They messed it up. They have to pay for it. They're paying for it. So all these things where Jerry Ghana they talk and so on, they are suddenly knowing that will be. Where were they when this whole issue came? Where were they? They want to drag Jonathan. They say Jonathan a small boy. They want to drag Obi. It's not going to work. There's there's no, and Obi too smart for them. So what I don't think that Obi is going to fall for that trap or for that that scam. Now then they messed up the party. Let them use their
But
hand,
the
go and
ADC,
sort out.
but again, the ADC is also not as viable as we think, especially with the boju boju where they happen for ADC. Article 8 today they talk and say now only delegates could decide who the candidates could be, and we know what happens when delegates decide. People say dollar speak, not be me. Oh, people they talk say na dollar they speak. Say na dollar they actually decide, not be delegates decide. And a lot of you OB supporters say that P2B need to give shishi. So that means if delegates go decide, he no go give shishi. So where then lies his fate? And some people they argue, say, make him stand up, make him fight, wrestle the primary tickets. No,
No,
maybe dollar
no,
for dollar, for
obviously,
might for might. Why some people are saying that he shouldn't involve himself in what a system he's trying to change. So why exactly should he go to now?
Obi is not in ADC. He's not. He is not a card carry member of ADC.
Not yet, yes.
Atiku is. Yes. So,
Atiku is not yet. Atiku has not joined ADC yet.
Atiku is a member of ADC. I mean, I think he resigned from PDP.
He
Obi is still a
resigned from
member.
PDP, but he's yet to register as a member of ADC.
Very good. So you can see all of them are playing games. What they are begging Obi, from what I know, is please don't disassociate. For now, don't disassociate yourself with ADC, because if he does that, that's the end. Case closed. The
So
case
make you no
closed.
come out your body for ADC.
Yes, once he just talks, say, I'm done. That's all. Parinia. No, don't close.
So even if in the vex for them, making just the vex on in mind only.
Yes, and INEC, also don't help spoil the race by waiting he just do to Abure now. So it's everywhere is open. And whether they did it honestly or whether they did it to create more problem and tension, and only God and I know. But what I know is that Obi has parties that he can decide to go and join. I mean, look at what happened. Look at OT. What happened during the local government election? ZPP and ZLP won everything.
Unknown party. All
Yes,
right.
won.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody getting game where they play. So if they think say people are not intelligent, Obi is the fool or not. No, Obi is the bride. Obi knows what he's doing, and I know that whether they like him or not, 2027, come 2027, it's not going to be easy for anybody, both the ruling party and so on and so forth. It's not going to be easy. And they are still jittery and they continue to be jittery. So make a live and there. Help me tell Uncle Dan Olasi. Tell and say we're waiting for his resignation.
Why now
He,
you
ha-
send me this kind of message?
he,
Me or
he
more people?
must. He must, if you know resign, if you know resign or come back to apologize, then I go turn in name to Lailai Mohammed. Make us stop there.
All right, make I go play you that video where you talk. Whether not this one said from Peter.
I've told you, this Peter Obi,
this one, Abi.
anybody who becomes president of Nigeria
That's it.
And does not give a right of place. I'm not saying an appointment for Peter Obi. Peter Obi will remove that person from office in another election. Mark my words.
So are you saying this same wave?
This same wave will not
can be
stop.
repeated?
This same wave, this Peter Obi, the people supporting him, the Peter Obi that I know, after this general election, they will continue.
Even though the next cycle of elections is in 4 years.
I'm telling you, those guys.
Okay, all right, you heard that. I just thought to play that to put a perspective to what T.Y. Danjuma talked. T.Y. Danjuma, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Precious, good evening.
Hi, evening. This is Laura.
Yes.
Hi, Laura. Welcome.
Precious.
Yes, please. Welcome.
I listened to parts of your conversation with TY.
Okay.
One thing just kept coming to my mind. I said, even they themselves, it's like they're becoming tired of Peter because it's like the man is a tortoise. They can't seem to see where to hold him. Like, I think.
So you feel safe? They won't hold him. They don't hold him since, but they no see way. And I make they never hold him.
They no see way.
Chai.
It's like the slippery slope.
Chai.
I was saying to myself just now, I'm very sure that every day they say he prays several times a day. I'm very sure that his number one prayer point is, Lord, give me wisdom. You know, I'm in the midst of wounds.
Not be smart,
Give me wisdom. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine him praying that like every day, every time he prays. I was suspecting that, okay, at the same time that they don't want to release the Labour Party for him, they want to keep it tied up in terms of who is the true leadership. It's like they didn't run into an issue for the local elections.
The local elections. Yes, the FCTA elections.
You know the way the only senator in Abuja was saying that Labour Party will deal with them in these local elections.
So that's why they're disqualifying them.
Yes, and they really need to install their stooges in APC for them to be able to win the FCT. So somehow they've drawn their game plan of states that they must seize by force and declare illegal wins.
Mm-hmm.
River State is one, Delta State is one. But you see this, because it's going to be a battle to get any state in the north, including the north, south, central, even where the APC governors, they know. So it is possible that they've drawn their battle plan of the two-thirds of states they must win. And since Tinubu came, and now means Abuja is no longer federal capital, it's now a state. Since Abuja is now a state, they have to win Abuja. So how would they win it if they don't put all the local of all the people in the municipal council and whatever? If they don't put their people, how would they? So they've kind of looked at it that the only thing that is sacrosanct is them stealing the election for Ashiwaju and putting structures in place starting from now, because it's still
and with that wave with the wave where Labour Party for carry, it go hard them to win them. So the best thing is to disqualify them.
The way Labour Party was preparing for them, but even then, no quick move, because Labour Party already had some people in ADC. Look at Mr. Mo that is running, Mo that is in the obedient this thing. He didn't come. I don't think he came under Labour Party. He came under what's it called? He came under ADC. If you go to one of these obedient pages, Mazi Genje Media, there was something he was saying just before they announced the day that the government cancelled the venue that they were going to use to announce the ADC coalition. He put out a post and I was watching and he was laughing. He said coalition that they've been planning for months that the government did not know. He said they are so from what he said that day, the candidates of Nenadi Usman faction, most of them had come on other places.
Oh, are you serious? So they don't even know what's coming for them.
I sent it to you on WhatsApp where he was laughing and he just made the video whilst they were preparing to go up declare another venue for the ADC, this, you just laugh, say, you are worrying Labour Party. So leave that one. People like them, Dr. Muda, all of them, they've since doing this ADC coalition, they've all got to take tickets under ADC and other, I don't know of other people, but it just said that they've already arranged and put their people under ADC. So someone like Dr. Moore, I don't know if they've done that election, but someone like Dr. Moore, I know that he's running under ADC. So there's been a lot of hush that many people don't even know. Because when Mazi was saying it on his channel, and I realized, so from what he was saying, the Nenadi Usman faction, because of all this INEC shenanigans, and INEC continuing to recognize Abri's candidates friends election, and not putting Nenadi's name and all that, they had to make, I don't know if they have candidates for every seat, but at least I know of Dr. Mo's ones. So they had to go arrange their person under
other parties.
Under ADC. I don't know of other parties who else is running. I'm not, like I said, I'm no longer on Twitter and I'm not really following all those things. So I do that. It was just because he made that post and he mentioned Dr. Mozo. So you can deduce that from that Dr. Mozo, whoever would have been candidate under Nenadi Usman's camp would have been put. Maybe they would have done the same thing that Dr. Mo did. I don't know. But that's my thinking. But at least I know that one or two of their candidates of Nenadi Usman have gone there on a temporary basis. Do you understand? So it is what it is. Everybody is playing the weakest that stay in one party, campaign on another place, support anyhow. See, it's like Nigerians have woken up that we will play this for. We cannot be good boys and we will play the politics. We will be Labour Party, support Peter Obi anywhere. If now she were AAC, we will contest under there. Anywhere, as long as we get there to rescue our nation, little by little, let's do it. And if you take that and you think about it, people have not been sleeping since Tinubu came into power. He has been planning for 2027. So also have other people. I'm not saying whether anybody will win or not win, but if you look at all the things that's happening, precious, they're just keeping all of us guessing. We don't even know all the things that all this ADC we don't know. Whether everything they are doing is
especially with this new gist about their leadership not being recognized by INEC and them coming to refute it that it's not true. That means there may likely also be some that guy where they don't put for them for road for that ADC.
Do you understand?
So
I think they've done some sort of a risk assessment.
Yeah, but also remember that Erofai had also told you that they're also registering other political parties to go back to.
I think they set so many landmines. You know, when all this criminals, terrorists go into prison, they send so many landmines. Right now, I feel like APC and INEC has stepped on one of the landmines. So it's a case of, you don't want to recognize Nenadi Usman's group. Okay.
No wahala.
Now you are going to have to face Labour Party, who won Abuja by landslide in this election. Don't forget the local government election in a place like Bauchi after the election. And Labour Party did not feature a candidate, yet won the election in, I think, Bauchi South somewhere, local government election. So you can imagine many villagers that you don't even need to go campaign to again, that all they remember is Mama Papa Pikin for this election. So it's like the best thing is for Mama Papa Pikin not to even be displayed on.
So that's why they had to condemn all their, and they now cite the same Supreme Court judgment that they refused to adhere to.
Because even if you displace, even if you remove the candidate, but you print the Labour Party logo on that ballot sheet, there are lots of villagers who, with their hunger, that they voted for Obi. As far as they are concerned, they don't care that it's local government election. It is a vote for Obi. That's how many people see it. People in IDP camps, look at all those IDP camps that Obi has been going to, giving them money since elections continually. So I think they've decided that we need all our APC people in the local governments for 2027. And on the basis of that, what is the bigger evil? Do we give Obi the party? Let's just give it. Let's just not recognize Aburi's candidates. Do you understand? And just look at that. So, there's something they used to say before that the best attack is the best defense is attack. So it's like when you are always attacking you are playing a football match, but you are placed in the opponent's 18. Even if you're unable to score goal, the pressure you will put them under, you will get a penalty. You will force them into a mistake. Do you get my? So I think this is one mistake that the government has been forced into. They were not ready to release that Labour Party for Nenadi Usman's camp, even though the court judgment was saying, we don't recognize Abubri. Your tenure is over. Conduct another election. The court didn't want to do that, right? But because they needed to disqualify those Labour Party because it's such a stronghold in Abuja, okay, how do we come to the point where we don't print Labour Party on the logo for these local elections?
Let's cite the same judgment that we said we were not going to adhere.
Yeah, so but they will now discuss, but this will mean that we have to release Labour Party for Peter Obi. So we have to allow them to go and obey. We have to obey that court judgment finally.
You go hard.
Which one is the lesser evil? You can always do another thing. Do you understand?
Yes.
And they've calculated it that if Obi chooses to run under Labour Party, we've already won the election because the coalition is then divided. Do you get? So they've done the risk assessment and they looked, okay, what's the worst that can happen to us? We give the party back to him. He runs. If he and Atiku are running under separate party, we've already won the election because the divided opposition means it wins.
Yes.
Let's give it to him. That's the lesser of two evils. We cannot risk having Labour Party take Abuja, where it's already their stronghold. So I feel that that's what they do. So they're going to be the party. On the flip side, people say it will also be a temptation to track. I don't really see there. There's already a Supreme Court judgment. The court has already said when your tenure is over, you should go. They thought they would not be able to do. So they decided we will not obey this court judgment. But in the end, what is steering them? Because look at Rivers State. One of the key things they've done after taking Rivers State is they want to conduct local elections because they must install people. It is those people you install in the local government that will
your foot soldiers, yes.
That will be you can't Nigeria is so big, you can't be everywhere during the presidential election and results will just be flying from every corner. So put these people there. They are the ones that you will send weapons to. They are the ones that will organize local talks in every local government to fight people, maim people, prevent people from showing up. They are the ones who will help to scatter the polling unit boxes, who will steal it, who will grab it.
So Laura, somebody here through the lingo dropped a message. He said that it sounds good by you, but that he believes is very calculated. That Nenadi was recognized to pull Obi away from ADC so that he would remain in the in Labour Party, which is more dangerous for him.
No. What's more dangerous for them is the foot soldiers. The second most dangerous, see, if Obi comes into Labour Party, it's a win. Yes, I agree with this person, what this person is saying. But even if they did that, so making the party available for him in their calculation is a win-win because one, Labour Party will not appear on the polling sheets, the voting, the ballot papers. Hopefully, will not appear in the ballot papers. They won't add it. But also, number two, they will look at it that can we lure Obi back to Labour Party? Anybody that repeats what you did in 2023, you know that it's whichever way. It's not like Tinubu won, but you know what is going to come. They're just going to say, "Oh, it's a divided opposition, therefore we won." Everybody knows they did not win. So that's the way I look at it. But I think generally, I think it's my opinion. I think that let's not forget that they are also under pressure. I think we're just ascribing too much to APC. I don't know what you feel pressures for. I think they're under a lot of pressure.
They are.
Think the opposition and Obi
is
setting a lot, is planting a lot of.
But Festus Keyamo spoke to that recently, where he said that even though he rubbished their chances of winning, he said that it's not possible because by their calculation, it won't happen. These people, they live for their own paradise. They don't understand how as people they take hungry for this country. But he said that, however, that it is good for them because that it is good for the country because they have put them, the APC, on their toes. So he agreed that these people have put them on their toes. So that's a fact. They're on their toes now, and they can't wait.
Precious, did you see from that Festus Keyamo's interview? Did you see that the biggest headache that APC has now is this coalition must not happen.
Yeah.
And if it happens, it must not be led by Obi.
Yeah.
Because the amount of time that this man spent, Keyamo spent talking about, oh, if Atiku leads it, obedience will not agree for Peter Obi to be VP. If Obi leads it, the North will not vote. It's like you're giving so much thought about something that is not really your party.
So I don't think that these are just political permutations. I think that they also have started getting hints of what's happening in the country. I think they also have hints that people don't they change mind, and some northerners don't they tilt towards Obi, and it dangerous for them. So they need to rub it. So have you not also noticed that there is a deliberate campaign of calumny against Peter Obi? Like deliberate. There is worse campaign against his personality than there is of Atiku Abubakar. Have you not noticed it?
Look at Nama with the black hat that was saying Obi doing alcohol.
No, it's not just about that one. Have you not noticed that it's easier for the opposition generally to react to Peter Obi than to react to Atiku Abubakar? It's easier for them. It's like it's so in fact he's the only one that they're rubbishing what he did as governor. He's the only one that they're rubbishing what he did about everything he's ever done. They're rubbishing it. So there is a deliberate attempt to make him look bad, like he's not.
Years to election, and look at the scale. This is what normally a sitting president. This is the level of attack. Is because APC is behaving like they are the ones in opposition. The way they are going after Peter Obi, it looks like he's an incumbent, and the opposition. And I'm wondering, but the guy is not the one in office. What is it? Why is
that's the point? That's the point.
APC is on TV. They don't talk about Atiku. They don't talk about the state of the Obi. Everything is Obi.
So you don't even understand. The point I'm trying to make is that the point I'm trying to make is that they are making. I have noticed from my experience that there is a deliberate effort to make the person of Peter Obi appear bad, and like he tells a lot of lies. He's not even worth it. So most times when I read those conversations and I ask, okay, so against what? He's bad against what is the yardstick of measurement? Let's measure it. So it's either Obi, it's either this person, or if he's not Obi, then who? But and what I notice that they do is that they don't speak on the character of either the president or Atiku Abubakar as much as they speak about the character of Peter Obi. So when you ask them, they'll say, oh, that Peter Obi never built school. He never did this. That everything he said is a lie. In fact, some people who have tweeted, I have tweets of Daniel Boala and some other supporters of Peter Obi. Let me even put it up. Of some other supporters of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today that are abusing him today, where they had previously hailed him while he was governor. They had previously hailed him as a governor and spoken so well about him and how good he did. And then you will begin to wonder that what changed. What changed?
Precious.
Sir, ma?
Let me point out something so I can give way for other people.
Okay, please.
So there's this thing that in that last election, every time Atiku people came on TV in that 2023 election, even after the election, when everybody was taking stock, lessons learned, kept saying, they said they had gotten all their analysts. They did full calls, so they measured. They knew their strongholds. They knew a lot of the North Central. They knew they weren't going to make inroads because all the calls that their control room did, it showed clearly that Atiku wasn't going to make a headway in the North Central. When Professor Kemu came on TV this week, he was saying, "Oh, they've done their maths, they've done their analysis." In the last election, they knew where was going to be the president's weak areas. They knew where was going to be the events, and that was how the results turned out. See, I believe that last election, that just like Tinubu did for Buhari, that he hired both local and international analysts, people like that man that he used the other time. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that they've had somebody, some sort of technical analyst or whatever, mm-hmm. and the person has done the mapping. Mm-hmm. They've probably done some polling themselves, and the results, they must have given it to someone like they are the one that brought this David Axelrod guy the other time, right? I believe they must have had someone externally, and the person has shown them the statistics to say you got 40-something%, almost half of all your votes from the north, right? That north, the person who stood to give you that north is dead. That's one. Two, that's who they were probably hoping on to hold Tinubu's hands and go around the north, right? Maybe. Secondly, the man who got a very solid result again in the north is Atiku Abubakar. If that man backs, not necessarily being in the coalition, but backs a coalition, that the person who won the South, Peter Obi, I think he got 45 or 50% of all the votes in the South. If that man who won the South and got over 2 million votes in the North gets a strong northern candidate backed by the person who came second in the North in last election, there is no pathway for you. Of course, Tinubu is not planning to win an election. He's planning to rig an election.
I was even going to tell you. No. I don't think. I don't think. No, I don't even. I'm sorry, but by my calculation and by experience, I would not want to believe that they would be frightened by what the numbers would be. I believe that they know what the numbers would be, and it's not their problem. Their problem is the reaction when they do what they usually do with the numbers. So there is a permutation right now that look, it's not going to be business as usual. And more of that warning is coming from the north. See, if it was just coming from the south alone, they no go worry. But more of that warning is coming from the north now. And people are already referring to the Kanu treatment. The Kanu treatment is already being referred to. And people are saying, the Kanu treatment now, what you said now, that happened when they voted and they all gathered in their numbers to protect their votes. Can't change and make we see. So people, so people are already, that's what I think, or at least as a political analyst that I am, that's my calculation. So they are not bothered on whether they are going to win or not. They know that they don't have the note. See, they know they're not doing well, except they're living in fool's paradise. They know that they haven't done, they know that they don't have the mind of the people. They know they don't have the mind of the people. They know that. And they feel that. Why do you think people like Wiki will always talk about the power of incumbency? That it is the person who is in power that should make mouths, not the person outside power. You understand that kind of? Because they know that as an incumbent, you can use the structures against your opposition. That's what they're perhaps banking on. I mean, if you look at the trajectory of elections over the years and what played out in Rivers State and other areas, you should have a little understanding of what's, perhaps will be on their mind. So that is it. But that is not their worry. Their worry be say, normally, in fact, I've spoken to people, let me not say Nami talk now. So then I've spoken to people who say that the idea is just call the result and declare me a winner. Just declare me a winner. But the problem there is what happens after you are declared a winner. That's what is beginning to frighten them. God bless you. So the problem, it's not whether or not I will be declared a winner. The problem will be after declaring me a winner. Will it be like 2023, business as usual? It's not looking like it will be.
So
that's where the problem is.
Okay. So if it's a case of just declaring the winner, then and the north is their worry. If the north gives them the Kwankwaso treatment in Kano, where everybody went en masse to the declaration, to the collation and the state declaration center. So there is no way, no 1 second breather for you to steal their ballot boxes to declare fake results. So whatever you declare, and it's different from what the North are saying. All the stress that they are saying.
See, as I said, this one way on for South. Make I even talk for pidgin English. This one way on for South. They talk say Regan die. You do this one, you don't go be business. Send on papa for South. No. They not send. They not say one knockout to they shoot and I don't bail. So they need the fear now. Waiting they fear them now. This thing where they talk now for North and the body language, and then there is a deliberate hate campaign that is almost coming up right now.
So
against his.
My question then is, the heat is coming from the north, but why is their focus Obi? hate and what they fear is the north.
Obi himself has also started gathering sympathy in the north. You don't understand. So the idea why Obi is a major problem now is that northerners don't believe him. Oh, you know, they're as good as an thing saying B. You don't get. So if they are able to destroy his name before the north, it will be easier for them. So the northerners will not say, okay, let's choose the devil that we know is better than the angel we don't know. You don't get the point. So that is why the idea is on. Yes, that is why the idea
is your problem. But in the south, why is Obi your problem? Maybe you say the north will not vote for him. Why not allow him run in the
but they cannot allow him to maintain that they cannot allow him to maintain that his sainthood attitude now. Him be saint. Why you going to behave like saint? So once people continue to get that perception about him like saying be saint, small the thing will spread, enter the north, and they don't like him. You don't understand.
So Precious, is it the case that is their calculation the case that okay, the north are going to give us big headache if we declare anything different from what they see at their state collation center? So but they are fine with a northern candidate like Atiku because they know he will never be able to get the kind of
course. Of course.
But their concern is if there is a handshake between the north and the south, that handshake
is Peter Obi.
Rotimi Amechi. If it is Rotimi Amechi,
they are not even bothered. See, so you know why they're not bothered about those people? Those people don't have as much organic. See, they have studied body languages. They are people who deliberately lay their lives in the open. Kill me before you kill Obi. There are people who love him that much now that you go kill me. So they are seeing the body language. That is why it's someone from the north. Maybe you saw the video I played. And the person told you that after Zeke, and perhaps just like Buhari, the next person with that cult-like followership for no reason is Peter Obi. That's what they're telling you. And then no, they do. Festus Keyamo also stated to that. Almost all of them have agreed to his cult-like followership. They've never denied that.
They fear it. They don't fear it now because if they shoot knockout, those ones will run.
Now, what do you think? So their problem is not to fear it, though. Their problem is on the awareness those people, because most of his followers are enlightened people. So the level of awareness they can create in the north. These people go feel waka go house by house for north. They tell people say COB. So they know. The thing go fear them. So
NMPC, he announced 13 directors, 10 are Yoruba, 13, the other 3 is for the rest of the country to share. And they were sat in the north in the classroom. It's like they've started a massive campaign against him in the north. So Precious.
See, the massive campaign you haven't even heard. I have heard worse. Yes, I've heard about worse campaign against him in the north. And that is why Festus Keyamo come and tell you that no matter what happens, he cannot get the number. Don't worry yourself. There is more that would happen as the election is coming up.
Okay. Let me ask this last question finally. Is the concern then that a populous candidate in the south with a cult-like following, no matter how we steal and suppress his vote, he will still get the required 25% in the south, in as many states in the south, to add to the north. So if the north there shakes his hand, we are finished. Is that the
now? Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
There's no how they can declare.
So the problem, see,
any southern states. If the north should now shake such a person, is it that is the problem?
Did you not hear what Bashir El-Rufai tweeted? Shebi na him tweet am, not be me tweet am. Where he talk, say na him talk am. He say if Peter Obi with him cult-like followers dey for the ballot together with one northern strong candidate. Say before, I don't know who him be they talk about too, but he say before one Auntie go don finish to cook finish for one Pablo where I don't know. Say they go down, Peter Obi go down win election. And that is just the mathematics. I mean, what's that man you gave me his name again the other time that I got his video? What's that man? That's part of his permutation now. That guy that you told me that saw about the 2023 election, and I think you were the one who talked about it here in this channel. I've forgotten his name now. The columnist.
Is it David?
No, the columnist.
Sorry,
he's a columnist.
Oh, okay.
The one that predicted that the division that they need, that the reason why PDP failed is because they did not field the southern candidate in 2023. Yeah, Majid, that is exactly what Majid is saying, that the only thing a Peter Obi win, the only thing any coalition needs to win is a Peter Obi with a strong northern candidate, backing him. And he needs people like.
You want to suppress the southern Buddha.
Are you not Laura? Are you not surprised that El Rufai's children, who had once rubbished Peter Obi and spoke about his incompetence and how he's not going to even win one state and all that, are now the ones telling you that he's going to win before 12 noon? Before noon. Even his wife, even El Rufai's wife. Yes, I saw that tweet. Yes. Are you not surprised? So this is based on their political calculation. They don't. So, and now the entire idea of all of this back and forth and campaign of calumny is to make sure to demarcate that character. See, that is what they're doing. They are assassinating the character of Peter Obi. You know that Muslims, because of their very really strong religious background, anything will make you make person look like say he gets bad character, they look you like say he be haram. So they want to tone that, they want to destroy that character. But the question I'm asking, against whose character now? What is the yardstick of measurement? I don't know who they talk about. I don't know who he be. I don't get uncle we get that name. So that's the point. So that's the thing. So the idea is let's not even have that thing coming. Did you not also hear the same Atiku Abubakar just last week or this week said that the APC administration is hell-bent on causing confusion between him and Peter Obi? Did you not hear it? I carried it here now. He said it now, that they want to cause confusion between him and Peter Obi. He carried it here. Oh yeah. Or people say you should come and be going. People say you should come and be going.
Let me leave and you can answer.
What results?
Is it true? Is it true that results have been seen on the internet?
No, it's false. It's false. There is no. I can't verify that. I cannot verify. I've tried to verify it. It's false from my investigation. Except there is another investigation that I haven't done, but from my investigation, and that's why I don't carry it. So you know, they like carry with the fake news because my integrity matters a lot. So I don't follow bandwagon. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, all the best. Okay. Oops. Okay, so callers, I'm so sorry. You know, it's always a delight speaking with Laura, and she's such an interviewer's delight. Forgive me. So no, this is not me being sentimental because she's a woman, but you know, when the conversation is that in depth, you just give it a bit of an extra time. Yeah. Okay. So going back to our phone calls. Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Yeah. Hello, precious.
Sir. Mr. Tony, welcome. Oh yeah, fire down.
Everything else is off.
Sorry.
No, see, no, say fire on because their dear friend just almost 1 hour.
My girlfriend, Laura, my girlfriend. They've given you a friend, though. Do you promise to be my friend? All right, go ahead. No thanks.
It just took 1 hour. The only thing I love listening to her. She talks knowledge and know-how. So
thank you.
What I was saying yesterday, an issue that I don't like hearing is this issue of 12 million votes in the north. We should remember that there is no longer 12 million votes in the north.
People will go there divided when the time reach.
It's not about being divided. With what happened last time, you know, Kano or Kaduna always have 2 million votes, 3 million votes.
And that is if the Beavers works now. That was because the Beavers worked largely. Yeah. But so, do you think they're about to let the Beavers work that much again? That's another question.
They are not going to. There are things they are not going to try. And the APC, whatever they are doing, they are just afraid. The issue of registering the Labour Party, Peter Obi is still in Labour Party. If with the Nenadi, Senator Nenadi, if they do convention and put things in order, Peter Obi can still use Labour Party and run because they have seen what's happened. All these other people that are Aburi and Co and all these things, even that man as a lawyer, I don't know whether he is practicing or not, but for him to be a barrister of law and is arguing against what the Supreme Court delivered is enough to arrest him because he knows and is going against the court order, whether it's order or anything. But I know that there are three ways of court to give their order. In as much as Nigerian court, their judges, they will never kind of make something explicit when they are giving their judgments. They try to allow you to understand it and interpret it. But I know that INEC have their own lawyers too, who will go through those things and then tell you this is what is written here. Now, coming to Mr. Dan Olas, you know, these are the things that I don't like. I'm an Igbo man. I'm also an Nze. And the people, we are red cap, and people also forget what that red cap means. If you have this Nze means Zeri is bad.
No, we'll not hear that in talk. He says it means waiting.
Zeri Ojo.
Thank you. I never knew that.
So it means that you should run away from everything that is bad. So in those days, if somebody has to have this title, there is something they use that they call it a knife, but it's made of bamboo. So they will use it and put in your tongue and strap it so you don't speak evil. And then you don't lie. So in those days, when there is going or Ichie is going, they have what they call Ochi or bell. They will tag in their back. So when they are, if you hear it, you run away. If you are doing something bad, you run away. Know that Nze or Ichie or somebody is passing or is on that route. So and now many of them will wear this red cap. Although some of them they only wear it in the town. When we go to the village, they cannot even wear it and come where the other people are. So when they keep on talking like this, you ask yourself, like Danjuma said that he was talking about the red cap. Some of them don't. I don't know. Maybe in those days when they do this, the oracle will strike them down. So why is that man talking? I just watched that and that I was driving. I just pulled over and I was just, as Rufai was putting it to him, you said this some time ago, and that is why we always say be careful with this internet age. Everything is there. If you think that they have removed it, there are people who saved it in their data, in their archives. They can take it down from a system, but there are people who still have it, who downloaded it, waiting for a time to bring it up. So you can see what he just said against. So he's not happy. Now he feels that now Peter Obi is the one. Now he's now back and start talking good about Peter Obi. And people are talking about 4 years. How many years does it take Oti to do what Oti is doing in Abia State? Dan Olas talk about the governor of Enugu State. How many years does it take governor of Enugu State to do what he's doing in Enugu State?
And that's what he's saying. He said that 4 years is enough for Peter Obi to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, and Peter Obi is not coming because what I was trying to tell you yesterday in Anambra State, the reason why no single governor will come to Anambra State and tell us there is no money and tell us that he doesn't know what to do is because Peter Obi has already laid the foundation that you cannot come there and say there is nothing to do or there is no money. Anambra State will not listen to you. So Peter Obi is not coming there. He is coming there to lay a foundation, and he is not going to borrow any money, and he is going to change this copy and paste of a budget. And he will deal with all these senior civil servants that are causing problems. I have one during the time 2023. I come in contact with one of them that he said that they are not ready for Peter Obi. That he will stop them from making their money. A senior civil servant in Abuja. He owns a house here. Another one in Canada. The family came here and later now they are now in Canada. But the same person doesn't want the family of those ones in Nigeria to live good. You can see how mean they are. So that is what Peter Obi is going to stop. And if Peter Obi stops it and was able to do everything that he's going to do without borrowing or without doing anything, and then another person comes in, Nigeria will now start asking questions. That's what Peter Obi is coming to do. And don't forget, The same thing that I have asked this question: how come that Buhari, during the whole of 8 years, Buhari didn't borrow?
Buhari borrowed though. Was it not Buhari that started borrowing that was started shouting? Buhari borrowed more than Jonathan and Yar'Adua put together.
But what I'm saying is that I'm talking of Buhari administration and the current administration.
Okay.
Buhari didn't remove subsidy.
No.
Buhari didn't
So he was paying subsidy. But without subsidy, we're still borrowing.
Yeah. But now, with the thought there is no subsidy, we are still borrowing. And now you give money to the more money to the governors. The same governors are not paying even 75,000 they ask them to pay, majority of them. So what is going on? The police are crying.
All right.
Precious.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your sincere apologies. All right, let me go speak to someone in my backyard waiting for me. Who's here now? Mr. Mop, good evening.
Hey, Precious, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
Good. Can you hear me?
Great. Awesome. Yes, I can. Crystal clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me start with the lady that spoke. What's her name again?
Laura.
Oh, Laura that spoke a while ago. Yeah. I think some of the points that she made, is very relevant. I mean, it may be a conspiracy theory, in reference to Abure, as then bringing, removing him as the labor, that there's some validation to that. I mean, I can see that. I mean, just a conspiracy theory now, but if you actually look at it, you're going to ask why, when the Supreme Court has already declared him to be invalid long time ago. They didn't want to do anything. Why did it start in right now? So there has to be something behind that, but let it be what it may be. So in my own opinion, I think the lady was going somewhere with that, but we don't actually know what's actually happened. So let's pivot to what we are talking about. What APC is actually doing, because they said every bad publicity when it comes to politics is a good politics. Obi doesn't need advertisement or whatever, any kind of publicity. I mean, the APC is giving it to him. If you look at America, during the Trump first election, when he first ran for the office, he never really had the money. He never had any kind of publicity. The media hated him a lot. I mean, I'm not a Trump fan, okay? But the media hated, he dominated pretty much the media with free advertisement and publicity. And that what got him over the bar, that's why he became president that he was before. So that's exactly what Obi is getting right now. I mean, they can criticize him all he wants, with rational mind, people with good mind, and good sense. They know that, why are you talking about this man all the time? I mean, 24/7. It's all Obi, Obi, Obi. Nobody's talking about Atiku. Is Atiku, didn't Atiku come second? But nobody's talking about him. Punk officer was there. Nobody's talking about him. Pressure. Really think about it. There has to be something. They probably have done their autopsy, knowing that what's actually happening. Yeah, exactly. Particularly in the north, that Obi had gathered momentum. It's like a paradigm shift. It's not like what it was before. During the first election in 2023, it was an introduction. But now Obi has a grassroots, a
Appeal.
grassroots follower. I mean, people are comparing him to Buhari. Yeah, that may be, that's a metaphor, that actually reflects the deep followers that Obi has right now. I mean, I'm talking about cult-like mentality, and that's applicable what we had in America. You have what you call the mega. There's nothing Trump can do wrong. This is where Obi is in Nigerian politics right now. And he has actually penetrated, because I've been watching a lot of news in the north, see how they are following Obi. Okay, if you follow the last election, which is an introduction, how many months did Obi have to contest? Is it not about 7 months before the election? And he was able to garner about 2.08 million in the north, more than Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso only has 1.45 million. So, all over the country now, that's what Kwankwaso vote. But Obi gathered almost about 2 million, in the north. I think he won like about 13 out of 19 against Kwankwaso. I'm just talking between him and Kwankwaso. I'm not talking about, that he beat Tinubu or Atiku. But between him and Kwankwaso, he beat Kwankwaso, in the north, 13 out of the 19 states. So he got up, over 2 million just in the north. So Obi is really penetrated. I think this is exactly what APC has seen. This is why they are bringing out their big gun right now. Look at Kenyamo, who I've never had him speak, during this election. But he's out. They know what they're doing. Like I said, they have done the polling, know that Obi is actually penetrating. So Obi is the only candidate that actually scared them. Whether it's going to be whether that's going to be this, it's going to join in your ADC or not. But my only issue I have that because of the structure, the way the Nigerian politics is, in where we are in a developed country, the people are the structure. But Nigeria is a different ball game. They consider the governors, the elected people, whatever they alliance to as the structure, just to ring the election or something like that. But the people supposed to be the structure because it's that, is whatever they say that determine what the result is going to be. So that's my main concern. That's why I wanted if they can actually actualize it, if Obi can go to ADC, if it is a real party right now, I'm skeptical. Because if that actually happened, Obi is going to have a lot of big people behind him, like El Rufai, Atiku and something like that. That's going to be a structure, They're not going to let them ring the election like they say, like you just gave an example of what actually happened in Kano. How people won't stay there, see their result. That may actually happen in the whole northern part of Nigeria, So that's where I see it. I just want to speak about that, but I'm more Dano Lassie should be ashamed of himself. Okay, let me say that, he just, he just lie on national TV, we know what he said before.
But I
And he
mean,
said
he can say something without realizing he lied now.
no, this is what. How can he not realize? The guy is an intelligent guy. I can't tell me that he has lost his memory. He just caught it. He just caught himself in the moment, and I can't even retreat what he said before. For him to make that kind of utterances. Forgetting about what he said previously. But anyway, Precious, that's all I have. I don't to come and say.
Thank you.
But
Thank
I
you.
enjoy your episode tonight. Okay, thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Dan.
Oh, hi, Daniel. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, you said you had a flu the other time. How are you feeling now?
I'm much better.
All right. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yes. I want to talk about what a lot of people are failing to understand. I know definitely the propaganda will definitely increase from this week. Maybe till when, we don't know. One thing that we should always remember is that during even Buhari's time and all these people's time, they were paying subsidy in health. They were paying subsidy in school. They were paying subsidy to our Naira. They were paying fuel subsidy is there. And even some medical equipment, or should I say drugs, there was subsidy on them. They don't even collect any tariff or anything from any country in which is bringing such type of goods. But at the end of the day, this government is even borrowing, and we can't even say, okay, what are they doing after removing all this subsidy from power, electricity, and all these things? So these are some of the narratives that we have to be using to counter them. When I saw this issue of Brewery, and some people want to make issue out of it, like yesterday, we had a meeting from around 10 to almost around 1 a.m. yesterday. When we were discussing in our meeting, a lot of persons were just strategizing on how we're going to prepare ourselves towards the election. And in almost all the Northeast states, we have coordinators in each and every of the Northeast states. And in each and every of these states, within the local government, we also have 2 coordinators in each of these local government. We are planning to go out there to campaign for ADC. That was the agreement in which we had in the meeting that yesterday.
So if Obi does not get the ADC ticket, what happens? They start telling them to campaign for another party again.
It's not about whether Obi get the ticket or Obi not get the ticket based on the Northeast ADC. Okay. The agreement is that almost, let me say, like 60% of the members, because a lot of them did not agree within when we are having the meeting that Atiku should be VP to Obi. It will be an insult for the Ado of Kano to become a VP to Obi. So at the end of the day, during
but Atiku cannot even be VP again because he's been VP twice, so that's not even the
the consensus of the whole thing is that definitely, if Obi, this thing should be to the south. That's what the discussion was, that it's better for a candidate to come from the south. And if the candidate is coming from the south, the candidate should be ready to do just for them. Then the issue of Obi came out. They say for them to vote Obi, about 67% thereabout of people that were in the meeting, it would be better if Obi will pick El Rufai. That was the agreement. That if it's not El Rufai, if it's Dati is not a strong person and they don't understand the disposition or the interest in which Dati have for the North. They prefer an El Rufai in which they trust that yes, to an extent, he has the interest of the North. So that was the agreement in which every person discussed. But the concern now is not even about Atiku or Obi, because everybody already is so much centered that definitely, if only Obi can just go with El Rufai. But they just want to make sure that they are doing campaign, what will I call it, to sensitize the grassroots about a lot of things. And pertaining to this removal of subsidy is one of the criteria in which they agreed, because they jot down a lot of points in which they will be using for the sensitization of all these people in the villages and all these things, so that they will understand how much this government hates Nigeria and how much this government do not mean well for the Northeast or for the North, so that they will not do mistake to vote them in again. So these are some of the agreements in which everybody had. And they have to choose those that will coordinate people. And within those coordinators, they have to make sure that each and every ward, at least there are 3 persons in each and every ward, in which to make sure that, especially women, they really want a lot of women to be going around. So some persons are already even start putting money together to make sure that, okay, at least some of all these women that will be going around to sensitize people within the ward council, they have transport or 1 or 2 things to entertain themselves. So these are some of the agreements and the meeting that we had yesterday. Okay. So pertaining to Peter Obi, as for me, I'm okay with what Peter Obi is doing. He mustn't come out and say this.
But based on this thing that people are saying that what's his name? Festus Keyamo said that no one single person will vote for Peter Obi in the North. Do you what's your reaction to that?
I'm from North Central, and one thing I want to tell you, do you know that in almost all the military barracks in Nigeria, almost about 80-something% of votes went to LP in last election?
And you think that will repeat again?
It will even repeat more this time around. Can't you see all these people protesting? Do you think that they want this government to come? And who do they trust more, especially now in Nigeria, that can sympathize with all these forces? Or which of these candidates, among all the candidates or among all politicians in Nigeria, that is thinking about, okay, let all these our armed forces not die, or at least let them take, even if it's 4 million or 5 million after 35 years home. So these are some of the things. So it's already, so all this one that people are so scared that there will be crisis. Except the only thing that is making Nigeria to be okay is just the Peter Obi that is still existing with this entity called Nigeria. If not, for me, I will never support that, okay, there should be maybe military intervention or all those things, because it will be very, very wrong. It will take Nigeria so back. But if it's not Peter Obi, do you think Nigeria will be okay today as we are now? I'm not lying to you, Nigeria will not be okay. So it's Peter Obi that is giving people hope that they are still looking up.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Daniel. All right. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone. I have some videos I have to post. So Peter Obi was in a book launch earlier today, and I'll quickly do a video on that and post. And then maybe I'll postpone the video I wanted to do about the prophecy till tomorrow, so that I'll quickly just do a video on this book launch he went to, as he attended the book launch of two books authored by veteran journalist and strategist Ike Aboyi today, Wednesday. And he said something because him and other PDP bigwigs were in that book launch, and he said quite a lot. Look out for a video that I'll do immediately after this post on that, and I'll post it, in the next 1 hour, hopefully, for you to watch. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. I mean, it's 2 hours already. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Let me leave you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Big deal. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. How could they talk so that the country go better? I love on a plenty, eh? No look for trouble, oh. Remember, say I love on her and protect your mental health, because you know why? Wahala need it finish. See you tomorrow evening, God willing. Have yourself an amazing evening. God bless you.